Hey guys, welcome to Heat, Happy Energy, Amor Tarot. So if your heart is saying one thing and their actions are saying another thing, and you're left wondering, do are we even on the same page? Do you want the same connection like I do? Or am I the only one who's wanting this? What's happening? So let's get into that. See, what you truly want here is we have Three of Swords. So you're tired of heartbreak, you're tired of pain, the confusion, the emotional pain. This is where deep down you just want love, you want healing, you want emotional honesty, you want, if there is a third party for some of you, which could be the case, you want that to be fixed here in some way or some form. You want that cycle of disappointment to end. The truth should come on surface is what you want, even if it's painful, but you want it out because let's just get over with it is what you're feeling here. You're not asking for fairy tales here. You're asking for emotional safety and honesty from this person, and at the cost of even if it hurts you, but you want the truth. You want the pain to stop. You want to stop being in this energy where you're screaming alone, feeling that pain internally. This doesn't have to be screaming out loud, but internally there's something which is hurting really bad. The misunderstandings to clear and your heart to finally feel seen, valued, and respected. This isn't about revenge or blame. It's about peace. It's about healing. That is what you want here. Now, your person, Page of Cups, they want to open up emotionally. They want, but this is like this immature energy where they could be cautious. They're thinking about reaching out, maybe even apologizing, reconnecting in some way. They do care, but this is like I said, emotionally immature energy. This could be childlike emotional style where they're unsure, testing waters. They're not as cold as they seem. Their heart peeks out from behind that door. They want to know what you're doing, but it's like not ready to step forward fully into the whole situation. They want to try to say something, to express how they're feeling, um, to maybe express some emotion that they feel towards you even now. But instead of diving deep, they're like coming up with something small gestures. Their love language right now feels like very subtle. Some hints, memories, checking on you. Their heart wants in, but their courage is still warming up. So lack of courage is something which is still there. Now, if this is making sense to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now we have Seven of Wands. See, both of you are still fighting for this connection on some level. Okay, you both haven't fully let go of this. There's resistance to losing each other. You don't want to let go. You're like deep inside, both of you believe this connection is worth fighting for. You, even if you have your own differences or there are some issues, but you don't want to let go of this. You might fight with each other, but you're also fighting for each other without realizing it. There is stubbornness, pride, was. I mean, if you look at her, she's looking that way and with, folded hands like, whatever, I don't want this anymore, kind of a thing. But, that's when people often behave, when something really or someone really matters to them. A lot of times we say, I hate you, because internally you love that person. So that's the only way to express your emotion at that point, possibly. So you're saying, I hate you, but then you actually want to say, I love you, and that's why I've been fighting for it. So even when you're tired, even when you push away, neither of you fully releases the bond. And that's not weakness. That's love in survival mode. And that is something which can, create chaos in life, which possibly is something that you're going through. Now we have justice. See, one of you feels things are unfair or one-sided, and I'm assuming for most of you it is you who's watching this because you're the one who's been hurt. There's a deep need for truth, accountability, and balance for sure. That has been missing, that keeps showing up. Someone may feel they're giving more, waiting more, hurting more. You both want fairness, okay? But maybe each of you define what is fair differently. You might be saying, just be honest with me, show up equally, put in more energy here, invest emotionally, be emotionally available. They might be thinking, I need time, I'm doing my best. So this is like karmic imbalance, which justice shows. The scales are tilted. Until both sides take responsibility and communicate with clarity and maturity and openly, the energy keeps looping here. That's something that has to be worked on. Now we have Eight of Wands. See, energy is moving again faster than before. Maybe you don't realize it yet, but this is talking about expect some communication, action, sudden shifts. Okay, it can be indirect, doesn't have to be direct, but you can expect something. Universe is pushing this connection forward, ready or not, here I come. So things are not as stagnant as they seem. Even if no one has spoken yet, the energy is shifting, energy is heating up behind the scenes. So emotions are rising, signs are showing here, synchronicities are appearing. This connection is speeding towards some sort of a turning point. Messages, movement, or even unexpected clarity shows up out of nowhere, is what I get from here. Eight of Swords. This is interesting because Eight of Wands is you are going all out, there's movement, and suddenly Eight of Swords, you're all stuck there. Someone will feel stuck in fear, self-doubt, overthinking. Emotional paralysis is what this card talks about. This is like, what if I make a wrong? What if this is not something that works out? See, fear is bigger than love with this card here, and silence wins over honesty yet again. The path ahead opens, but someone's mind locks the door. Even if progress is possible, this, the internal, what if I get hurt, kind of blocks things. This is self-imposed prison. This is not that you are really stuck, but you are constantly thinking that way, and that's why you're stuck. So it's not an actual barrier, it's all in your mind here. The love is there, but fear can still trap this connection in the same cycles unless someone consciously chooses courage. So courage is again coming up here. Five of Pentacles. See, there is deep fear of abandonment which is still lingering in the connection. I don't know from which side, but somebody has abandoned the other person or made to feel abandoned. Someone feels not enough or maybe unworthy of love at this point. Both of you may feel lonely together, even when in contact for some of you. See, on the surface there's movement, but underneath there's this wounded child energy saying, please don't leave me. Don't abandon me. Don't leave me out in the cold. This is a card which shows that true block is not distance, it is the disconnection. One or both of you are carrying some old scars. And unless these wounds are seen and healed and acknowledged, the connection keeps dipping into emotional scarcity. This is, I want love, but I'm scared to receive it because I'm scared that the same thing will happen to me again. And you're not able to kind of go ahead and take that step forward that you can. Six of Cups. So these are the messages from your person, the next two. So first is Six of Cups. See, this is where I feel this soul connection. I never stopped loving you. You feel like home, comfort, purity. Our bond is special. I remember everything. I remember all the beautiful memories that we shared. Their soul is like saying, you're not just someone I liked, you are someone my soul recognizes. They replay the memories, you still live in their heart. Even if they're acting distant, their higher self is deeply nostalgic and emotionally attached to you. This is more than attraction, it's like soul story, soul history that you both have shared. a past life, maybe deep love or a sacred bond. It could be, different for different people. But yes, this is something very significant. King of Swords, I want to speak the truth, but I don't know how without losing control. I hide behind logic to protect my heart. I'm trying to be strong, but I'm scared of being vulnerable. So that's why I go into that detached mode. The higher self is whispering, please don't mistake my silence for not caring. I just don't know how to express what I'm feeling here uh, without feeling weak. They want to communicate with maturity, but they're still learning how to, you know, get the head and heart, get married and talk. So deep inside, they want to show up, but they need courage to drop that armor again. So courage is a big, big, big factor here, which is playing a role. See, the connection is not black and white. It's deep, spiritual, emotional, wounded, and still alive. You want healing, they want connection, you both feel each other. Okay. The universe is pushing this forward, yes, but the fear and old wounds are trying to kind of slow it down. See, love is not about chasing or waiting. It's about becoming emotionally brave. It's about, when the hearts meet in the middle equally, honestly. See, your growth, your learning, self-worth, and healthy boundaries. Their growth, they're learning emotional expression and vulnerability. And if this is a true soul bond, the soul story is not over, is what I see from this. It's just shifting into a new chapter, a new phase. And this new phase will be the one written with more awareness, more maturity, more honesty, more clarity. This is There is purity in this love, but at the same time, you have to tell yourself that, I choose real, I choose fearless love, I choose myself before anything else. I don't need to chase or wait for anyone else's validation in order to be whole, because you are whole, you are already shining, and keep shining. That was the reading, guys. Thank you for watching.